about how to win as a Next Gen volunteer. When you win, kids and students are gonna win. And when they win, families win, and God gets all the glory. Here on the Next Gen team, we've got a few really simple things that you can do that are gonna help you win every week in your role. Number one, pray and prepare. We want you to come prayed up and prepared for the time that you're serving. So whether that's on a Wednesday night or a Sunday morning or at some other event, we invite you to pray for the kids, students, and families that you're gonna serve. Pray and expect God to do something big in, through, and around you and our church. We would also remind you to come prepared. If your staff leader or the volunteer leader over your area sends you information with lesson resources or questions or scripture to look at ahead of time, please take a few minutes and do that. We know you're busy, but we're gonna keep that short, but we would invite you to take a few minutes and do that because that's gonna help you win in the moment with kids and students on that day. The second thing is we want to make sure that you know we want to communicate with you and we want you to communicate with us. Communication is important. It helps everybody know the win. And we don't want just something from you. We want something for you. We want to know when you need prayer. We want to know when your family has a need. That's something that we get the privilege and honor of doing in serving with you and serving your family. So please communicate those needs to us. Also, please communicate with us when you know that you're not going to be able to be scheduled to serve. As early as you know when you're going on vacation or if your family's not feeling well or if there's other things, please communicate that to the leader over your area because that's going to help them make sure that all spots have a great volunteer and that's going to help everybody win in that spot. We also would invite you, another really simple thing that you can do is to show up. It seems simple, right? But yeah, if you accept a serving position or if you commit to being somewhere, show up and show up early. We invite you to be 30 minutes early anytime you're assigned to a spot. If you're supposed to come help with students at 7 o'clock, get there early at 6:30. If you're supposed to serve on a Sunday morning at 9:15, show up at 8:45. We try our best to create environments for you to pray with other teams of volunteers and to ask questions and to have coffee and treats and all those fun things. And that's one of the best parts about serving is getting to be in community with other people who've also said yes. And that happens more readily and more easily when you show up and you show up early. The last thing I would encourage you with that's gonna help you win is to remember that your testimony matters. It matters more than you could ever imagine. And your testimony is something that kids and students and families, they wanna know. So we invite you to share your story. We also invite you to have a spirit of invitation on your own, to invite others to come serve along with you, to come to our church, and just to be a part of what God is doing in your life and the lives of those around you. It's also important to remember that our testimony matters on social media, and it matters in the places where that are very readily in the public eye. So we would invite you to remember that your testimony matters in those avenues, and to remember that when you're posting or when you're commenting or when you're doing things in the social media arenas, to be sure that that reflects your relationship with Jesus and your commitment to give him your yes, so that others see that hope that you have and they want to be a part of that as well. So these are the things that are going to help you win as a Next Gen volunteer.